This video is about RAOB's Radiometrics decoder module. This module is solely designed to process microwave profiler data, which is produced by surface-based microwave radiometers from the Radiometrics Corporation. These radiometers produce a variety of information, but RAOB only decodes the following four parameters: temperature, humidity, liquid water, and vapor density. Wind data is not reported. Data are currently reported at predefined height intervals, up to 10 kilometers, with higher resolutions at the lower levels. The key advantage of these profiles over conventional balloon soundings is that the radiometer can produce vertical profiles every few seconds, which essentially provides real-time atmospheric monitoring. Here is an example diagram of radiometer data using RAOB's 3-panel time-height display. This radiometer was ideally located to capture passage of a deadly derecho event in early June 30th of 2012. The dataset covers a 2-day period which included 1,432 profiler soundings. Each panel is scaled from the surface to 400 millibars. The top panel plots temperature and shows the boundary layer steadily heating with sudden cooling around 2 Zulu. The middle panel plots relative humidity and shows a dramatic moisture plume at the time of the event. The bottom panel plots liquid water, which clearly shows the significance of the liquid water parameter, especially with respect to the lack of liquid water before and after the event. Now let's plot some meteorogram overlays. Let's add the 850 millibar temperature to the top panel. Let's add the surface to 750 millibar relative humidity to the middle panel. And let's add CAPE to the bottom panel. So now let's load some radiometer data to show how it differs from conventional soundings. We'll call up the same radiometer data that produced the previous derecho diagrams. We are first presented with a list of 4 scan modes. We must select one of these modes before continuing. If a radiometer file contains only one scan mode, then that mode is used and the scan options panel is skipped. For this example, we'll select the zenith scan mode. If you select the Continue button now and recall this radiometer file later, then the scan mode panel will again appear. But if we check this box to always make this data scan selection, then the same selected scan mode will be automatically used, but only for the active RAOB session. If RAOB is closed and reopened, then the scan mode options panel will again appear. However, you can use this configuration options button to access the main program options screen, from which you can make permanent scan mode selections. But we'll discuss this a little later. So let's click the Continue button. And here we see a listing of 1,432 soundings using the zenith scan mode. We'll select the first sounding and plot the profile. And now we can automatically loop through the soundings with these controller bar buttons. Now let's look at a different scan angle. To do this, we can use the File menu and then the Open Sounding option. Or you can press the Ctrl-O, or my favorite method, which is just to use the Tab key. And here again is a listing of the 1,432 soundings, and at the lower right corner of the listing is the Scan Mode Options button. And when selected, those same 4 modes are again presented. This time we'll select the Angle Scan A mode, and now we see the new scan mode displayed on the listing. So let's open any sounding, and this time we'll call up the toolbar by right-clicking the mouse to the left of the diagram. Let's analyze CAPE, clouds, and icing. But notice that there are no options to plot the two additional radiometer parameters called liquid water and vapor density. To do this, we'll need to expand the sounding diagram into its wide mode. To change the diagram, you can go to the Options menu and select Diagram Options, or just right-click anywhere over the sounding diagram like this. Then access the Format tab and select the Wide or Sounding Gram Style Display Mode. Then Apply. And we'll again call up the toolbar, and now we see two columns of options. The left column is the same as before, where we can again analyze for CAPE, icing, and clouds. But now we can also display a whole new set of parameter analyses on the right side, like theta, for example. We can also display the two unique parameters that are available with radiometer data, liquid water and vapor density. And while the left toolbar buttons permit multiple analyses, the right toolbar analyses must be individually toggled. Now let's again recall the listings of soundings with the Tab key, and again select the Available Scan Modes button. This time we'll select the bottom Configuration Options button. In here we see three options which help configure radiometer data, where the third option permanently selects the scan mode. For example, if we enter Zenith, then the Zenith scan mode will be accessed each time a Radiometrics data file is loaded. And if that data file, however, does not contain a Zenith scan mode, you will then be prompted to select one of the available scan modes. The other two data options allow you to either enter an elevation value for data that does not contain elevation information, or allows you to override the GPS elevation value if needed. One final note about radiometer data. Even though it does not have wind data, you can create a complete sounding profile which includes wind data if you merge radiometer profiles with wind profiler soundings. This can be done with two different merge module options. With the standard merge module, you can create a single composite sounding. And with the advanced merge module, you can quickly create thousands of composite profiles which are appended together so time height diagrams can be created. Both merge module options have individual demonstration videos. That completes the Radiometrics Decoder module video. Thank you for watching.